The cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff. One scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough. Back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Julie Utash shuts things down once again. 25-19.
Faithful empty backfield. Lewis brings down the high snap. Now he's firing, looking for Smith. One-on-one, and George makes the catch. The transfer from Robertson hauls it in for the Matadors touchdown.
Pruitt puts it across. Ava Ashley. Ashley puts it down. Game 4 goes to Albuquerque High, 25-12. We'll take a quick break.
Breaking through, Wyatt sees a hole, and he's gonna go. What a play, 70-yard touchdown. Watkins handed off to Herrera. Break through another hole, and through the middle, now it's Herrera. He has another man to walk off.
Trying to draw him off again. Valley, a little more
Tapia again, big hole. Tapia is on the way to the end zone. Foot race to the end zone. Tapia touchdown. A 52-yard touchdown run by Jose Tapia. And
Didn't start tonight. End zone shot here. It's intercepted. Severely underthrown at the 5-yard line. And a lot of room for a return for Ingersoll. And he's still up on his feet at the 40. He's finally pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Broncos have won 8 in a row. Lobos haven't lost at home and are still in the hunt in football. Aggies beat the Lobos in basketball on the men's side. Lobos on the ladies' side. United season comes to an end. Shador got to play, and boy, do we got a lot to do. On a Monday morning, us and you, welcome to the opening drive. Thank you for finding us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal. Happy Monday to you, coming off a gigantic weekend. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, how you living?
What it do?
Wow.
Indeed.
Yeah, no, it do a lot. I was going through all this and like where to start, and I yes or yes or yes or yes. There really is not a wrong answer, because I think people are still talking about Lobo football. I think people are still talking about the basketball game of the weekend. Then the Broncos have won 8 in a row, and they beat the Chiefs in a statement game, and I mean just a take that kind of a game. On an NFL weekend that saw some crazy stuff. Josh Allen go for 6 touchdowns, passing and throwing. What's the highlight of the weekend to you? I know, we go over this in the production meeting, but what do you think people are still talking
It's
about?
got to be Saturday.
Yeah. All right.
It's especially.
Which part of Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's definitely the Lobos finding a way to win a football game when they fumble 4 times.
Yep.
Play down to the competition just a bit. But then, of course, Saturday nights, a little frustration, but you're finding out, how much that game matters, especially when you only play it once a season.
Man, the stuff I was reading, this coach, you can't lose a game. You can't lose a game to some fans. And they got out coached, they got out physical, they got beat. The Aggies beat the Lobos. They did. The Aggies beat the Lobos. And it was, I know I had that stat sheet somewhere, now I can't find it. It was in my pocket. That's what it is. And I was there. I was courtside. I watched the whole thing. Man, go back and look what Richard Pitino did in his first year, please. We just to walk yourself off the ledge a little bit. As much as I know you love Richard Pitino, and you should, and it was a struggle, and he didn't have everything brand new. You're gonna lose some games. And I thought the Aggies were pretty good. Now we'll see how good they are. When they get into their league and they go through. But I thought they were athletic. I thought they were deep. I thought their backcourt was good. I thought, they shot the ball. I thought they were aggressive defensively. It's not like you lost to, Western New Mexico.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
It's a rival you have to sit on for 364 days. Jason Hooten has put together a new team as well.
Yeah, there's 2 guys coming back on that roster.
I think where some of the frustration definitely stems from is New Mexico State looked like bigger, faster, more athletic team in the second half. Crucial offensive rebounds, big-time shot making.
Yeah.
And this game is a little bit different than some of the other games that the Lobos have played in. We knew it was going to be a step up in competition, but I think the second half when teams are settling in against the Lobos, those defensive numbers haven't looked as good. And it's a tough game on the road with a brand new team. But New Mexico State, is it one, you were there courtside on Saturday night. Do you think it was one of those games where, hey, it might have been even, but X amount of points to the home team because of?
I don't know. I think they made plays down the stretch. I mean, Visesh could shoot. They got a stable of quick guards in the backcourt. I think that, and I talked to Jason Hooten after the game, and I know he really likes the big freshman he's got, Augustine Ekwa, who only had I think 2 points, but he had 7 rebounds to go with it, and a lot of them were offensive. And I thought Ekwa was good. I thought their guards controlled the game a lot. I mean, they did this. Look, Jamel Jones, their leading scorer, he was scoreless at halftime. He had 15 in the second half. But they got points elsewhere. I thought Visesh could shoot. And this is a guy that played for Hooten at Sam Houston, who he wanted to bring with him, stayed at Sam Houston, went and played at Canada at McMaster, and called Hooten over the summer and said, I want to come and play for you. Will you have me? And I mean, Visesh, how you get W-R-Z-E, here's how you spell it, W-R-Z-E-S-Z-C-Z, and that's Visesh. Did you know that? He leads the league in Z's, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
You did a great job pronouncing that.
Dude, I don't think I did. But I went over to him because I talked to Adam Young, their TV broadcaster. I talked to Jeff Matthews, their guy, totally different pronunciations. The young lady, he was doing PA. It was her first time doing PA. She's like, I'm not really sure. So I just went up to him. And I'm like, hey, so help me. And he's like, okay, are you ready? I'm like, I'm not sure I am. And it was Visesh. Like the
Visesh.
Yeah, that was, yeah. And I literally had it phonetically.
He is 4 of 8 shooting, and you mentioned the 15
Big
points
shots
in the second half from Jones, and that's how the Aggies could drop 49.
Yeah, no, they put 49 points. They missed a free throw. Their last free throw almost hit 50. but a 49-point second half. And yeah, I sense the frustration. Do I think they're more athletic than New Mexico? Yeah, I do. I mean, just my eye test told me, top to bottom. Yeah, I mean, they were bouncy. Didn't you feel that way when you just watched
Felt
it with
that
your
way in
eyes?
the second half.
Yeah,
absolutely watching that game, and things tightened up, and the team that New Mexico feeling good, showing some depth. Eric Olin, that rotation looked a lot different, and yeah, it's game four of the Eric Olin era, but I get some of the frustration in your rival, especially when you're only playing them once. And I think there's some questions that people had regardless of, are the Lobos that bouncy at times? Can they handle some of those things? And it doesn't get any easier this week.
Nope. You got Nebraska on Thursday in Kansas City, and then you'll play either Kansas State or Mississippi State out of the Big 12 or the SEC. So for New Mexico, I really like the minutes you got out of Uriah Tenet. The freshman played almost 21 minutes to score 13 points for you. What did you make of Dayton Albury's game? Because a lot of it was just put your head down, go to the rim and create. And there's part of that I'm like, okay, well, that might have been their best offense, and he ended up having 18 points before he fouled out. But is that inclusive? Is that something that is sustainable and long-term successful?
Him being aggressive is what Eric Olin wants.
Correct.
To your point, is he being aggressive, looking to create, or just trying to get to the foul? I think they're still trying to figure out
he got there
that
11 times
as part of the offense, but you're a guard that you want to see set other people up. He had one assist in the game.
Yep.
And I still think, big question is, who is Antonio Troll going to be?
Well, okay. So I want him to be so much more. I want him to take more than 7 shots. He had 8 points. He had 5 rebounds. I feel, and this is just me, and I've seen 3 of their 4 games, and you saw one up close, and you've seen them all. I feel that he's that guy that's got to be there. At some point, has got to be an alpha, right? And it feels like he's trying to find where he fits in this system. I like the calmness that guys like Hall and Hop bring. I do. And I think you need that. I think Chol is so gifted, and you see it at times. I just feel like he feels, and I don't know this. This is just an observation. It feels like he almost feels bottled up or not okay to unleash. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's watching him play this season. It is, where is he going to fit in? Are they going to run offense through him? How do they work in Troll's skill set with the style that they want? And they need to figure out, because he can be a mismatch problem for them.
I think that's right. I think that's the one guy that can be a mismatch problem offensively. And then the other one was Bullion, who had another double-double. He had 11 points and 13 rebounds. But I want him to go up through contact, down low on the box, right? He's not the tallest, and so there's some fadeaway to his game. There's some jump hook to it. And I was talking to Hunter Green as we were doing this as well. And I know he wants to see him just go through the contact and force stuff instead of fade away when he gets the ball down low on the block. So that's hoops. We'll get there. That was Lobo basketball. Aggies beat the Lobos 76-68. I thought it was an entertaining game.
It was very entertaining.
27-27 the first half. Lobos were down by 10. Came back, actually took a 1-point lead in the first half. Ended up with a tie score going to halftime, 27-all. The Aggies outscored New Mexico 49-41 in the second half to win by a score of 76-68. So that was the hoops. The football, Lobo football turns the ball over 4 times, 4 fumbles, but they forced turnovers, and they survived. And they win 20-17. They've won 5 in a row at home. They are 7-3. They are in the middle of a log jam for second place in the Mountain West Conference. They have the team who's in first place coming to their place to close the season. They've got a big test coming up at Air Force, and you're going to tell me, Jeff, Air Force is 3-7, but Air Force scores, and it's going to be an interesting one coming up there, facing everything that Troy Calhoun's team throws at you. But I know we're going to hear JJ a lot of, well, yeah, they did this, they did. Look, man, throw your style points away for me at this point. With all due respect, you're 10 games into a 12-game regular season. With all due respect, you can throw away your style points, because what's the biggest stat that matters? 20-17 is the biggest stat that matters. And this is a team that over the years, if they'd have played like that, they would have lost. And they're good enough now to find a way to win when they don't play well. And, Jeff, Colorado State's bad. They might be. Yeah,
they are a bad football team, but to fumble 4 times,
yep,
you have to be more on the good side as a football team to figure out a way to win and not give up plays the other way. To where you could have easily folded.
Yep.
You fumble that many times, especially in the third quarter.
Especially deep in your own territory.
But you find a way, and that's what matters now. Did you play down your competition a little bit? Sure. But you found a way to pull it out, which if it was Colorado State versus San Jose State or someone else in this bottom of this conference right now, Colorado State probably wins that game if the opponent fumbles 4 times.
Let me tell you something. This is a team, a program that's beaten you 13 straight times. This is a team that has owned you. This is, we've watched breaking down barriers, start winning games, and you get to now, you get to, the bottom line is the bottom line, and you get to now, when you're playing for something, if they do this against them, you're right. If they play that way against San Diego State, they probably lose. Yeah, you're right. Defensively, though, if they play that way against San Diego State, they got a hell of a damn good chance. They got a really good chance. Yeah, offensively, they cannot turn the ball over like that. 100% you're right. The bottom line is the bottom line. And they are 7-3 and right there in the middle of a conference mix. We're going to talk about it when we get back. Jason Eck's going to be with us. Lobo football coach is going to be with us coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. Looking forward to having the conversation with the head coach. I want to hear what your thoughts are coming off of it. We're going to get into Lobo football when we get back. Broncos have won 9 in a row. Huge win for them. Rams hold on. Gigantic win for them. Hope you had Josh Allen on your fantasy football team, or at least you didn't play against him this weekend because, high school football, we're down to semifinals in most of the divisions. New Mexico United season comes to an end. Lobo women played the Aggies as well. I mean, a zillion things for you to get in on. 505-246-0610. Area code 505-246-0610. Your email is jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. JJ@sportsanimalabq.com. On the X, it's _JJ Buck. On the Facebook, the OD and the AM, Adrian's producing the television show. You can watch it on our Facebook page. You can watch it on Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico and on the YouTube channel for ProView Network. We're going to get into the Lobo football game when we get back. I already got it. Oh, it felt like a loss. Did it? You know what feels like a loss? A loss. Not when you're walking off there with a victory. But we'll get into it, and I guess I can't tell you how it felt to you. Hey, I got a jewelry store, and you're going to love this place. They're going to be your jewelers as well. Jeff, I don't know that I need a jeweler. I didn't know I needed a jeweler either, but I got one. It's John Thomas Jewelers, and if you are getting engaged or know someone who is getting engaged, there is really no other place you should be going. John Thomas Jewelers has something called the no-risk engagement ring. How do you know she is going to love the ring when you buy the ring? You don't. You think she's going to. But John Thomas Jewelers, they've created the no-regrets engagement ring. So any ring you get there, and they've got the biggest assortment of engagement rings anywhere in New Mexico right now. There's over 3,000 bridal sets for you to choose from. Or you can design something there. And when you design it, you see it in 3D. You can preview it in 3D printed wax before they make it in precious metals. And if she wants something different, you've got an entire year to redesign it, even after you propose. No penalty, not even on custom-made rings. All of their rings come with a free, lifetime, nationwide warranty. And their diamonds, you cannot find anything better. They're hand-selected by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium, which is the diamond capital of the world. It's the no-regrets engagement ring, and it's exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. 3rd floor, Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Banal. Go in there and see why they've been voted the best jeweler in Albuquerque. 5 straight years, voted one of the coolest jewelry stores in all of America, and why they're my jeweler. They'll be yours as well. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Read it, but I'm not letting that dominate because I do believe the majority of Lobo fan is like, damn, we're 7-3. And holy smoke, look at where we are in this league. We are 4-2 in league play. We are in second place and still have an opportunity to get to the conference championship. I do believe the majority of Lobo fan, and Dan, I don't know if you're really a fan or not. I don't know you. But I believe the majority of Lobo fan is like, hell yes. There were 27,000 people at University Stadium in a November game for the first time since when? 2008 or something like that? That you have an exciting football team that if you take care of business next week, you're playing for an opportunity to do something really cool when San Diego State comes to town on the day after Thanksgiving. So is it all right if I lean into that a little bit more?
Absolutely. You're 7-3 overall, 4-2 in conference. Snapped a 13-game losing streak to a team like who knows when ever going to play Colorado State again.
True.
In football.
True.
You fumbled it 4 times, and you found a way to win the game. Like it wasn't pretty, and I think if you look at the 2 conference games, the Lobos have been sizable favorites, Nevada and Colorado State. Did they play down a little bit in those games? Sure they did. But they found a way to win those games, and then we've seen them
Nevada did, San Jose State.
rise in other occasions. Oh, yeah. That was, speaking of what?
Where the hell did that come
55-10, they had offensive, defensive, and special team scores against San Jose State.
I mean, where the hell did... And Walker Egan played, right? I mean, the quarterback for San Jose State played.
Threw 3 interceptions.
Where the hell did that come from? That one was nuts. UNLV, double overtime. They beat Utah State. San Diego State late night beat Boise State 17-7. Fresno State over Wyoming 24-3. And UConn, and I don't know that people understand how good the quarterback for UConn is. But that's they're 8-3 UConn now.
Yeah, they just Air Force moved the football on the ground. They just didn't get into the end zone until late in the fourth quarter. They're already down 26-10.
All right, so here's where you are. San Diego State's 5-1. Okay, the Aztecs. Do they play this week? Yeah, they play San Jose State at home. Okay, it's their final home game. So assuming they win that game, they clinch a spot in the champ. They don't, do they? They go to 6-1. Fresno State plays Utah State at home. Fresno State is 4-2. Boise State is also 4-2. They play Colorado State at home. UNLV is also 4-2, as is Hawaii. They play each other, those 2 teams, in Vegas Friday night. And New Mexico is 4-2. They go to Air Force. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams are 4-2. Theoretically, 4 of them could still be 2-loss teams after this season. Do you know all the tiebreakers?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm not sure I do. So assuming San Diego State handles San Jose State, they come in here the day after Thanksgiving with an opportunity not just to win and get in to the championship game, but to host it. Okay? If they win, they knock New Mexico out. Theoretically, unless everybody loses that last week, right? If everybody loses, it drops down to 3 losses. So it's a gong show right now. Utah State had an opportunity to get to a bowl game. Now they got to beat either Fresno State or they got another tough one at the end of it as well.
It's Boise State.
Boise State. What'd you make of Boise State putting up 7 points against the Aztecs? In it sloppy, wet.
Oof.
Yeah.
What did the...
Never rains. How about the weather? All right. Everybody loves, what's my word, geographical arrogance?
Mm-hmm.
I had November game in Albuquerque and a November game in San Diego. Where would you rather be? Weather-wise?
Albuquerque was 70 degrees.
Yeah, it was perfect.
It was a phenomenal Saturday.
Can we give a little credit to the defense, please?
You can give a lot of credit to the defense.
I mean, please. It was, Lobo defense was fantastic, and you called the game. All night long they're put in tough spots, and Jason X said, I challenged them, right? I challenged them to create more because the offense wasn't going. The Lobo defense was terrific.
There was 0 run game for Colorado State. They finished with their leading rusher having 36 yards. They got to the quarterback multiple times, and it's their style. I think you would look down and you're like, how's this redshirt freshman complete 26, 34 passes? But they keep everything in front, bend but don't break, give up some of those short completions. But they intercepted him 3 times. They were held Colorado State 0 for 7 on 3rd down in the first half, and the defense absolutely bailed out the Lobos in that game.
All right, you guys are already getting in. When we get back, let's get into some of what you have to say. We got to hit the NFL. Broncos have won 8 in a row. I can't understate how big that was yesterday. The Rams game was huge for them. Jacksonville. I mean, holy Toledo, where'd that come from? So we got all that to do. Jason Eck coming up at 8 o'clock this morning, 505-246-0610. You played Prize Picks yesterday? I did. Had fun with it. Download the Prize Picks app. It's really, really fun to play because you're watching games anyway, right? It's the best time of year for sports. You got everything. We got football, basketball, everything's going on, soccer happening. You're out there making decisions. I'm out there making decisions. What to buy, what to eat, what to watch. And there's one place where it feels good to be right, and that is Prize Picks. Download the app. Play a lineup of 2 to 6 players. You go more or less. And when you're right, you win. Tonight, Monday Night Football. I got the Cowboys, the Raiders. You got Dak Prescott, more or less than 1.5 passing touchdowns. CD Lamb, more or less than half a touchdown tonight. You can also play Giannis tonight. You can mix them up. You can play football and basketball. Giannis Antetokounmpo, more or less than 24.5 points. You want some soccer? That's in there for you as well. Ashton Genty's there tonight. I mean, whatever you want. Prize Picks is easy, and they are really, really good as far as payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Is your fantasy season over? Your team cooked? Prize Picks, you don't have to wait until next year's draft. Prize Picks lets you play fantasy football every week. Pick your favorite players and win when they hit their projections every week. No draft required. I'm loving Prize Picks, and I know you will as well. Download the Prize Picks app. Enter the code KNML. You're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KNML. You get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right.
Brought to you by New Balance.
New Mexico Shoes now offers same-day.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded.
First time in 20 years I had zero interest in the game. I didn't watch Lobo football, didn't follow. I didn't know who won until I cracked open the paper on Sunday Born. All right, cool. It was a beautiful day. You're right, man. You're right. It was gorgeous. Look, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Do what you do. Just don't bash on people who enjoy it. That's all. I think Jeffrey probably watched it. Jeffrey, good morning. You're on The Sports Animal. How you living?
I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy. And the guy that said it was too nice a day to watch that garbage, well, you had to watch it to know it was garbage, so we know you lied. You at least watched some of it. Anyway, look, Saturday was beautiful. I took my niece to her first Lobo football game. I took my 2 twin nephews to the game and their family. Like forget the game and what you thought of it. Do you know what a great atmosphere it was this past Saturday? Like my little nephews, they were on the east side of the stadium with all the shirt waving guys.
Yeah.
They loved it. They loved it. What a perfect day. And the people I were sitting with, like after a while, we just started kind of laughing at the fumbles. It kind of sucked to watch, but the atmosphere was great. It really felt like football. And I don't care who we beat. I don't care what our opposing team's records are. I don't care, what you think of the way that they won. The fact of the matter is we're in a place that we have not been in a very, very long time. And if that's not good enough for you, then you should probably go set up a nice chair on your lawn to scream at the kids and yell at the clouds, because nothing's going to make you happy. And as far as the Lobo basketball team goes, you know what? It's nice to have a measuring stick against competitions that's a little more on your level. And they're going to have to fix the second half defensive stuff. And I really, 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 really think they need to find some consistent mid-range shots. That's one thing we've had the last couple of years, of people that can just hit those 10, 12-footers, 15-footers consistently. And, it's not going to be pretty all the time when you have a new coach with everybody being brand new on the team. But let's see how they develop and let's see how they improve. They got some defensive chops. We know they have people that can shoot. And like you said, Chol needs to step up and be that alpha, because I think he's got a pretty complete game, and cheer him on, and let's see where they go, man.
All right, man. I appreciate you. A lot of people feel that about Antonio Chol. I think you're going to see it. I think there's going to be a breakout game somewhere, because I know we're going to go back and forth between football and basketball here. On the Chol thing, it feels like there's so much there that just wants to be unlocked, and it, as I observe it, and I haven't talked to Eric Olin about this or anybody else, it just feels like he's trying to find where he belongs and what he can do.
It's one of those guys that he of course, we'll play in the system, but then there needs to be play calls down the court where it says, all right, whatever, left strong, Chol, whatever play call it is, like there's got to be some design things for him.
Okay.
Like he's that type of player. And every team has that guy. Right? You have your system, you want to run your core offense, but then certain possessions down the floor, you're like, make sure player X, we run this play for him. And I think that's something probably Eric Olin has to think about with the type of talent Chol has.
That might be right. Yeah, I that might be right. That until he just finds his way to get into his own flow. Yeah, that might be right. All right, as far as football, I mean, it was a beautiful day. I mean, I don't know. Like, you were out there. Seemed like a lot of people had their shirts off and were enjoying themselves.
The trend that's taken over the nation, it started a couple weeks ago at the Oklahoma State game.
Yep.
There's a bunch of college students realizing, well, this stinks this season for Oklahoma State football. So they were just in the stands waving their shirts. It pretty much filled up an entire section, and now it's the thing that started it, and you love to see it. Like, it was just fun. People were enjoying themselves, even in a close game, even a bit nervy in it. Like, the kids were out there, the students. It took over a section on the east side, then they all kind of went down to the student section. Like, it was just a fun afternoon. It didn't feel like everyone on edge, like, oh, there's so many people here, this is awful, this or that. I'm sure things happen at the big event, but it just such a nice day. And then ultimately you get the dub. Let's go. You can keep the conversation alive about a Mountain West title game.
I was at the Miami-Syracuse game, not this weekend, but the weekend prior, and the same thing. In that it was upper section in the end zone where all those guys got together with their shirts off, and just watching that section swell. JJ, the Miami game last week, and again, it was beautiful weather out there, obviously, but just watching that whole section just swell and swell and swell. It's kind of cool, actually.
Taking over the nation.
Yeah. Yep. All right. 505-246-0610. JT, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's up, JT?
What's up, my friend?
How you doing?
Just heading down to Roy, New Mexico. Beautiful Roy.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, so I'm one of your faithful fans, Jeff, that when I wake up, turn on my Sports Animal, I'm like, please don't read those emails. I'm begging you, but, I know you want to be fair to everybody, so. Anyway, you've heard of the phrase crabs in a bucket, right?
Yep. This place is perfect for
We have a lot
that.
of miserable people that are not Lobo fans. They're just miserable, okay? And they're trying to, you know what they do? When the crab gets some grip and he's trying to get out,
Yep, they pull him right back.
they just get him. So it's all right, it's all right. We don't need, like I tell other people, please kick rocks. Please get away from us. Those are the same ones that are fighting the United Stadium. This is quality of life, people. Denver and Phoenix, at one time were about our size. I don't know when, but about one. And, they started doing stuff, having stuff for people to do, right? So the kids won't be on the streets. I saw so many kids. I took my 5-year-old grandson, and, he was just waving. He was shirtless, man. He didn't care. He was shirtless, just waving his shirt. But, nobody wanted to see mine, so I had to keep mine on. But, it was amazing. I mean, being a lifelong Lobo fan and seeing that stadium, for the first time in that long,
in November,
27,000. I was excited, man. And then, we just get on the train. Let's just keep moving, keep supporting our teams, keep supporting our basketball. Our basketball's going to be good, man. I mean, it's a work in progress. The Mountain West Conference hasn't started yet. The women are going to be good. We're going to be okay. The United are amazing. We're going to get a new stadium regardless of what the crabs in the bucket want. We're just going to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, one foot at a time. I got to go. I'm going to lose you guys.
Enjoy Roy, New Mexico. All right. I'm on the positive today, man. And Matt, I got your email too. And Matt's like, Jeff, I get it. You guys are hosting a radio show, ratings matter, but can we just ignore some of these emails with the negativity? It feels a little much. It's Monday. I'd rather start my week focusing on the positives, not the musing of the losers in this town, of which there are apparently many. Yeah, no, look, that's what I said on my way in, man. I'm just, look.
There's a difference between breaking things down and being critical and then just some of the outright takes of, that's a loss. Like, well, it wasn't. because you won. So you can talk about ball security, which we will with Coach Eck and things along those lines. But got a 7-win football team, man.
Yep. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails, Jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. Jason Neck coming up at 8 o'clock on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires?
For doing more.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico.
On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
It is exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. It is the No Regrets engagement ring, and it is amazing. That's why, well, one of the reasons why John Thomas Jewelers is my jeweler. Getting engaged, there's only one place to go for the ring. They've got over 3,000 men's and women's bridal sets for you to look at right now at John Thomas Jewelers. They have a state-of-the-art design center that they will design something specifically for you if you don't like what they've got there. And the No Regrets engagement ring guarantees that she's going to love her ring forever. Why? Because if she doesn't love the one you pick out, they will give you an entire year to redesign that ring even after you propose. No penalty on custom-made rings. And anything you design there, they just show you in 3D. They will preview it in 3D printed wax before they make it a precious metal. If you want something different, you got a year to redesign it after you propose. All of their rings come with a free lifetime nationwide warranty. The diamonds are the best you can find anywhere, hand-selected by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium, the diamond capital of the world. The No Regrets engagement ring is exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. Go by and see them. They're amazing. 3rd floor, Lewis University building. 1 block south of Manal on Louisiana. Go see why they've been one of the best jeweler in Albuquerque for 5 straight years. Voted one of America's coolest jewelry stores and why they're my jeweler. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged. All right, big weekend. Lobo women's basketball yesterday beat New Mexico State 77-45 down in Las Cruces at the Pan American Center. James is trying to figure out what happened here, Jeff. I had one club losing in my Lobo football, Lobo basketball, Lobo women's parlay, and it wasn't Lobo men's basketball. JG domination yesterday, 77-45. They took over second quarter.
You really thought the Lobo women are going to lose to New Mexico State?
Well, they did. Didn't they lose twice last year to them?
Okay, and guess what?
Different
Ain't the
team.
same roster. Lobos are a lot better.
Yep, different team.
There's one really good player, Lucia Yanez, for New Mexico State, averaging 25 points per game, scored 27 points against USC, and she did not make her first field goal until 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter when they were down by 30 points.
30 points. All right, so that went down yesterday as well. Where's the text line? All right, Lobo football game felt like a win to me, this one says, because it was. Our defense dug deep to limit CSU to a field goal after fumbling deep in Ram territory. We didn't fold. Our crowd was awesome. Enough people to even do a shirtless guy waving his shirt section. It's the latest trend. See everyone at the Air Force game. Let's travel. Go Lobos. All right? That's on the text line, 505-246-0610. I was there, this one says. And it was a sloppy defensive game that we won. Go Lobos. This one's on basketball. Ooh, all right. Even on the road, bad loss. Eric D2 Olin will be quick 0-2 against actual good competition later this week in Kansas City, guaranteed. On the flip side, well done, Mike Bradbury, filleting the Aggie-ettes as he always does. Well, he doesn't always. That's kind of the big, right? It's kind of the deal.
Didn't last year.
Yeah. I
think there's a little extra on that one yesterday.
Yeah. No, that one's like, all right, let's make sure we understand what's going on here. All right, NFL yesterday. This Bronco win was big. Not only does it put Denver atop of the standings, and they've won 8 in a row. Kansas City is the 9th place team in the AFC, and there are 7 playoff spots. Now, I believe Kansas City still is going to get in. Jacksonville slipped in, and after them beating the living tar out of the Chargers, who are the 6th seed right now, you decide how good you think they are. But JJ, what a gigantic statement for the Broncos yesterday against the big bad bullies of this division.
They played Kansas City's game and won. And it was a defensive battle where you're looking for those big moments. It's what Patrick Mahomes has been able to do his entire career. And it was Bo Nix who made one last play. The shot downfield to Troy Franklin to set up the game-winning field goal. This Broncos defense is real. I think Denver needed that moment for themselves to say, hey, they are a contender in the AFC. And I think Denver and New England have put everyone else on notice. Yes, Indianapolis is 8-2, but there's an edge that Denver and New England have defensively, which is going to be tough for everyone else in the AFC. And you can still trust Patrick Mahomes because of the resume, because of what he and Andy Reid have done. But Jacksonville will just keep chipping away. And who has the tiebreaker there? Jacksonville. The Chargers are going to be up and down. So now, all of a sudden, Kansas City, you need 3 teams to not pick up victories. And one of those teams is the Houston Texans as well. And you're going to have to go out there and string together a lot of victories late in the season.
Yeah, and they figured out a way to Houston yesterday. Tell me you saw Jacksonville beating the crap out of the Chargers.
No. How about running the football? You lean into the run game. You be disruptive. The Chargers' offensive line was a mess yesterday, and take a little pressure off Trevor Lawrence, and the offense can function pretty well.
Look, man, the Chargers are the Chargers, and I don't care who their quarterback and their coach. They're the damn Chargers. And I like me some Justin Herbert, but he looked horrible yesterday. And against a Jacksonville team that is okay. I mean, does anybody think Jacksonville's that good? They're nice.
They're like the Chargers, man.
But the Chargers are supposed to be better than that.
Okay, but let's also look at the fact that they have no starting offensive tackles, and to start the second half,
big deal.
Jim Harbaugh benched Mekhi Becton. So at that point in time, what do you have left? And that is why you look down, and the offense did absolutely nothing for the Chargers. Herbert was pressured constantly in this game. And for Jacksonville, run the football, Tootin, Etienne, and Lawrence.
Yep.
All right.
Chargers ran the ball for 42 yards. Okay, well then they must have moved it through the air. 93 yards. Justin Herbert, 81. They brought in Trey Lance. They benched him because the game got out of control. Another 0 for QJ. I'm done, by the way. Done. 2 zeros from Quentin Johnson. I've eaten 2 zeros out of Quentin Johnson. They looked at him once. No, 3 times. Yeah. And watch, the Chargers will come back in next week, and they'll they get the Raiders. But after that, it's Eagles and Chiefs. And they finish with the Cowboys, Texans, and the Broncos. I mean, look, there's some losses on that schedule, too. The Chargers are an interesting bunch. Chicago pulled one out. They found a way. Buffalo looked really good. The Rams with a gigantic ram it. Big win for the Rams. Got a little too close. But big win for the Rams. All right, when we come back, he's 7-3 in his first year as the head football coach at the University of New Mexico. They're going to Air Force next week. They are in second place with a bunch of other people. Jason Eck is the head football coach at the University of New Mexico. He joins us when we get back. It's the opening drive. He's J.J. Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red, or green. Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient. They're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
Sports Animal, your home for Colin Cowherd, Jim Rome, and the best in local sports talk. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
2 games left on the regular season schedule for Lobo football. They are 7-3. They are 4-2 in conference play. They are right there in the mix for a conference championship. There were 27,000 plus in the building in a November contest for the first time since 2008. It is fun and it is exciting. It is a good time and it is a good team. The conversation with Jason Eck, sponsored by Eco Electric. Get your home or business ready for shorter daylight hours with new outdoor lighting from Eco Electric, a great security feature. Call Eco Electric, 505-433-3574. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. We are joined this morning by Lobo first-year football coach Jason Eck, coming off a 20-17 victory over Colorado State. Keep knocking down doors, Coach, and beat that team in 13 straight tries at the University of New Mexico. Congratulations on another win.
Thanks, I appreciate it, Jeff. We kind of like that, breaking those barriers down, and it was good to get that monkey off her back as we kick those guys out of the league.
Yeah, it's and look, winning is hard, and I thought Jack Lane said it, and I don't think people who've never done it really understand it. He got to the podium and he said, winning is really, really hard, and there's a lot of ways to win, and you could have a lot of self-inflicted wounds. 4 fumbles usually results the other way, but your team is good enough, your defense was good enough that you were able to withstand 4 fumbles. You got turnovers on the defensive side and walk away with a win, and the bottom line is the bottom line at this time of year.
Yeah, we found a way to win. I thought our defense was excellent. Frank, our SID, had a stat that I think in the last 30 years, since 1995, the Lobos, when they have 4 turnovers, are like 4-39 or something. So, credit to our team that we were able to find a way to win when we were sloppy with the ball. Certainly that gives us, some good motivation that we got to improve on. But, I think there was a lot of good things, and this is a bottom-line business. It was good to find a way to win.
And when you go back and look at the tape and you look at the turnovers, what do you see? It's obviously teachable, but what did you see when you looked at the fumbles?
Well, first I'd say credit to Colorado State. I think they really do a good job of attacking the ball and have really been coached up well at ripping the ball out and forcing turnovers. I think that's an area that we got to improve at. We did a great job getting some interceptions in the game, but a lot of our fumble recoveries this year I think were more on force than forced. But we got to do a better job in traffic of covering up with the second hand. That's how Coach Johnson, our running back coach, teaches it is, you have the ball high and tight, whatever ball you're carrying with, and now you need to take your other hand and latch it across to hold it in there so people can't, rip it out in piles. So, I think that was probably the biggest thing. Now, there's always stuff you can improve with strain, with assignments, with angles and things like that, and we got to do a good job. We got to do a better job as coaches, coaching up the details of some things.
For those details in the first half, 0 for 7 on third down were Colorado State. The ability to step up defensively, what did you like in those moments, especially get them off the field in what was, a field possession battle early?
Yeah, I thought one thing that was really impressive, we played really good short yardage defense. We had, the series after one of the turnovers where we stopped them, on a 3rd and 2 and a 4th and 1 back-to-back plays when they were at about the 20-yard line. So I think the defense was flying around, was playing physical. Austin Brawley was certainly great to have back. I mean, what an impact he made. He made 2 tackles on 3rd down on short yardage plays, 2 interceptions. So it was very. I thought our defense may have played their best game all year. If you include the last play of the game where we got the fumble when they were pitching it around, we got 4 turnovers and really did an outstanding job. Set up both the scores in the second half that we needed with turnovers, and we're outstanding.
Coach, it was kind of similar in terms of the Nevada game. Just a young quarterback comes in, making completions, but you didn't give up the big player. You keep everything in front. What did you think about just the secondary, against Curry when he really came in and took the majority of the snaps?
Yeah, I thought we did a solid job. I think we gave up 2 explosive plays that both happened in the second half. They hit their big tight end, who's really a good player, over the middle on like a 3rd and 18 that was unfortunate, and then they had their last touchdown. It was on a big play where we pressured them and we missed a tackle in space, and they went the distance. But overall, I thought we played well in the back end, and we got a new challenge this week. You're playing a different kind of offense with Air Force, and we really got to do a good job of being sound and disciplined against them.
Lobo football coach Jason Eck is with us. Lobos beat Colorado State 2017 last week. Trip up to Colorado Springs to play Air Force. And since you referenced that, let's go there. This is a every week or every year when the Air Force Week, coaches have talked about this. It's just something totally different, and they bring their offense moves the ball. I understand what their record is, and I've watched a lot of them this year. They're a lot better than their record. They've lost so many 3-point games, 1-possession games, heartbreaker games, missed field goal at the end of games, and they score. They didn't score a ton last week, although they moved the ball. This is a real challenge to your defense and something completely different than what you've been looking at.
Yeah, I mean, they move the ball against everybody. They put up points consistently all year, and obviously they have probably a few less wins than they hope to. They're sitting here 3-7 down the stretch, but when you're playing a service academy, you know that you're going to get their best effort. These guys are prideful guys who love playing football, love representing their country through their play, and they're going to play really hard. And their defense has really improved as the year went on. I kind of noticed that just looking at the film and just the scores. Early in the year, they gave up 49, 49, 44, 34, 51. The last 4 games they've given up 21, 20, 16, 26. So I think they're really improving their understanding of what they want to do defensively and getting a lot better on that end.
When you look at Liam Zarka, their quarterback, what do you see? Because he only threw it, I think, 3 times last week, but you go back and look at, like, say, the Navy game and the UNLV game, they've shown plenty of times where they're willing to throw the ball, 15, 20 times a game, which is not necessarily like an Air Force team in the past, and he's been successful at it.
Yeah, he's a very good player now. He ended up coming out of the game last week. That's why he only threw it 3 times. I believe Coach Calhoun said that he has an injury that could prevent him from playing here the rest of the year. We'll see. He may have broke his arm. They brought in a guy, Kemper Hodges, who's a 6-foot, 245-pound quarterback. And he's a good little player. I mean, he was a physical runner, probably not quite the speed of Liam, but physical, and I thought he threw it well, too.
Now, Coach, as a defender, what are the keys on the triple option to not get lost with the movement and just stick to your assignment?
That's exactly what it is. Just doing your job. You may have to tackle the dive every play, and they don't give the ball to the dive. And, you're going to tackle the dive even though it's they're pitching it on the outside. So everyone's got to do their job. You can't have poor eyes. You got to have great discipline of where your focus needs to be. And execute your assignment, and they do a good job. If you have breakdowns, they are able to get explosive plays.
Big picture. Here you are with 2 games left in the regular season. You know you're going to a bowl game. You have an opportunity to play for a conference championship game. Everything's in front of you, and yet there's a team that's 3-7 on the other side. And I know coaching is part psychologist, part football coach, part a lot of things. They got. Maybe it's just putting on the tape and showing them. But you got to make sure your guys don't look and say, all right, here's a 3-7 team in front of us, and look ahead of what could be with that San Diego State game a week from Friday.
Yeah, we have to be in the moment. We got to get better this week every day in practice. We can't be lackadaisical because I think we saw that. We were lackadaisical with our ball security last week, and that almost cost us the game. In a game that I think if we only have like 1 turnover or 0 turnovers in that game, it's not a very close game like it was down to the wire. So we got to control what we can control. We got to practice well. I think our defense lived that pretty thoroughly last week, and I thought played near their best football. We got to get back on track, like we did against Utah State and UNLV, where we were playing our best in both phases.
Do you know what all the tiebreakers are? I mean, is it because I look at it in what do we got? 5 teams, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that are 4-2. 2 of them play each other this week, so that's kind of an elimination game with UNLV and Hawaii. But are you familiar with everything, or is it just go out and win and make sure you take care of your own business?
Yeah, I really don't know what it is. I mean, the teams, the 4 of the teams we're tied with, one of them. UNLV, we got a head-to-head tiebreaker. One of them, we lose the tiebreaker head-to-head with Boise, and then the other 2 we didn't play. So, it probably is going to come down to some kind of computer rankings and things like that. I just told the team, last week, hey, we just got to play our best football. We got to play as well as we can in all phases and try to, put the best film out or the best data out for the computer rankings. And not worry about stuff we can't control. I think life has a way of working out. So if we work our tails off, I think probably good things will happen. But we got to control what we can control, and then it'll get sorted out.
And if you beat San Diego State, you'll have the tiebreaker over them as well. And that was a big win for them over Boise State to put Boise State back into this mix. You asked for an atmosphere. You asked for people to come out. They responded. Beautiful day, 72 degrees in November in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You got shirtless guys, you got families, you got 27,000 people in that stadium. Your just thoughts on the atmosphere and what is building at the University of New Mexico around football?
So thankful, for our fans, the way they've supported us this year, and to have that kind of crowd, this late, in the year. I know it was the best November crowd since 2008, and the football gods definitely blessed us with some good weather. But very thankful for our fan base, the way they turned out. They've been a big spark, to us being 5-0 at home, for the first time since 1962. And, hopefully we can, finish the deal in our next home game and get a great crowd on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and, be one of the few teams in school history to be undefeated at home in the season. Obviously that game will be a big challenge against the team who's number 1 in the conference. But, again, really our focus this week is solely on Air Force.
It's fun, isn't it? Winning, I tell people all the time, man, I don't care how you win. Winning is fun. And it's been a minute around here, and I know you don't have the past to judge it against. You've heard about it, but do you just sense people enjoying this? And I've said for years, man, college football, what it does in communities, I've always felt that this community is missing out on that consistently, and what this team is doing for this community is giving them a taste. Do you taste that everywhere you go?
Yeah, I think people are excited about Lobo football and the direction we're headed. And, this was kind of my vision when I came here. I know you guys talk about football a lot more than you talk about baseball and basketball, when you talk about the pro leagues on your show. I mean, America loves football. The number one ratings in the country are for NFL football, and the number 2 is college football. Yep. So America loves football, and if you can give them good football, they're usually going to get excited. And that was kind of my vision coming here, and I appreciate our fan base for rallying around our team. It surely is not like a bad football fan base. They just needed something to get excited about.
Have you ever coached at Air Force? Have you ever done a game, played a game, coached a game at the academy?
No, this would be the first time for me. I played at when I was an assistant at Ball State. We played at Army, and I thought that was a neat environment playing at Army. So excited to get a chance to play against one of the academies.
Yeah, no, it's a cool pregame. The whole hoopla and the parachuting in and the cadets and the whole thing. And I know it focuses on football and beating the Falcons. Congratulations on another victory. 5-0 at home, 7-3 overall, 4-2 in conference. Right in the middle of a race, and a big one as you head up to Colorado Springs. Safe travels. We'll see you during the week. Always appreciate the conversation.
All right. Thanks, fellas. Take care.
Jason Eck, first-year head football coach at the University of New Mexico. Conversation was sponsored by Eco Electric, now installing outdoor lighting to brighten and secure your home or business. Call Eco Electric, 505-433-3574. He kind of hits it. And I know I beat the tar out of this, and I get it, and I got a perspective on football, and I make my living in football, but he's not wrong. I mean, the most popular sport in this country is the NFL, and number 2 is college football. And it's kind of fun around here to see this community starting to taste it again and taste winning and taste excitement. Although I know there's a trepidatiousness of people do I want to buy in? Do I want to buy in? Am I going to get burned? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I get it.
There's nothing left to wait for.
I mean, you were out there the other day. How was that?
It's fun.
Just the buzz around the stadium. I haven't heard anybody complain to me about getting in or traffic yet, which is beautiful. I don't need it either. You can hold it till, I don't know, Thursday or something. All right, you respond to what Jason Eck had to say. 505-246-0610. Email Jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. JJ @sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610 Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
And emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. You can respond to what you heard. Steve says, fellas, 2 words cover our Lobo sports this past weekend. It's November. Any win in November for Lobo football is a big win. Any loss in November for basketball is not the end of the world. Great atmosphere in Las Cruces, it says. Well, I think it was just a typo. Las Cruces on Saturday evening. It's from Steve. Okay. I got a bunch over here on the email, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Matthew says, on a positive note, loved that football pulled out the tough victory. Can't lie, I was definitely mumbling some profanity after each fumble. Might not have been mumbling it after the third and fourth, but I was there. I was fired up at the end, and infinitely a win. As for basketball, it was a tough one. Felt like we were in a good spot up 5. Maybe it's my cherry-colored glasses, but I saw NMSU hitting multiple contested shots that some might say weren't good shots to take, but that's how it goes sometimes. Down the stretch, they hit the boards better than we did, but perspective matters. Last year, we lost at home with arguably our best team in a generation to a miserable NMSU. It's a rivalry. Yes, the loss sucks, but I think this team has some potential to put it all together as the season moves along. We shall see. Still hopeful from that. You know, it's funny. I was trying to remember, JJ, the best I could, perspective on this. And when the Lobos lost last year, didn't they go on a run right after it? Right, they lost to the Aggies at home. Lobos were better than the Aggies last year. It's not a better team, but they lost at home in the pit. And I remember the sky was falling. It was it. And Patino can't win the big game, and how can you lose to that crap? And everybody who's a coach, because everybody has a thumb, was a coach, and everybody came out and lost their mind. And then you went on that run and you won the league championship, and everything was just fine. You forgot that you lost to the Aggies, right? I don't know how that goes this year. I don't know if that's going to be the same scenario, but I was really just trying to find a common ground here and just trying to find some sort of perspective to which I can compare it.
Yeah, this is the conversation where there's the legit conversation about it. You know, what does one loss mean with a new team moving forward? You're on the road against good competition versus just straight fan mode, losing to your rival and you have to sit on it for a year.
This one's from Sean. It says, Lobo fans before the game, Aggies suck, we're going to roll them. Lobo fan after the game, I don't even care about the rivalry. It was NMSU's Super Bowl. UNM hasn't beaten New Mexico State in basketball in 703 and counting days after they forced the game to be played just once a year. I don't know who forced it, whose decision it was to play once a year. I know, looking at both teams' non-conference schedules, I think we'd all love to see it twice. But I think that perspective is actually fairly right. It says, Lobo fans before the game, Aggies suck, we're going to roll them. Lobo fan after the game, well, I don't care about the rivalry. It's their Super Bowl.
I don't think anyone's saying they don't care at all. I don't think that at all.
They're caring today. All right, 505-246-0610. Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, Rudy.
Good day. What a weekend. So perspective is everything. You think the Michigan fans are calling that a feels like a loss win?
I'll tell you what, I talked to my Michigan fan, and she was struggling through it, and I'm like, babe, it's a win. Understand it. You know, they needed a Zavada field goal at the end to beat Northwestern. Winning is winning.
Yeah, that's the first. Listen to this. That's the first NCAA Division I team in the history of college football that won a game with 5 turnovers where the other team didn't have a turnover.
Did not know that. Damn.
Yeah, Michigan had 5 turnovers.
Yep.
Northwestern had 0.
Yep.
Michigan still won the game. So what's the object? To win the game. Whoever that yak was, shut up. You know, that's just stupid. And go ahead and prove how stupid you are by making a stupid comment like that. There is no such thing as an ugly win for Lobo football. Look at how many ugly losses we've had that we snatched, defeat from the jaws of victory. I've lived through it all. I lived through some games with Mike Shepard and Mike Loxley. And, this is for all those fans that have suffered through all those empty stadiums. Saturday was magical. Whoever those kids were, I agree with Coach Eck. They need to be back at the San Diego State game. There were some choice words for CSU with those kids. I don't know if you heard it, Jeff, because you were up in the booth. But it got a little salty, and so be it. That's college football. And those kids brought energy and some passion that I haven't seen at a Lobo football game. I can't tell you when.
Right.
When Rocky was around, when we had some of those games, when we had the slobber knockers with CSU. And when you lose to a team 13 times in a row, it's what's that saying? You don't beat the champ, you got to knock him out. Well, as far as CSU is concerned, they're the champions of New Mexico, right? They had owned us no matter what, no matter how good we were, but how bad they were, 13 years in a row. So that felt really good. Yeah, and did we sweat it out? Of course we did. That's college football. I mean, go around the country and have some perspective. How'd you like to be Texas A&M? You're down 30-3 at half to South Carolina.
Yeah, but you won.
And they come back and win 31-30. You think any of their fans are going, oh, that felt like a loss?
I'll bet they're not thrilled. Yeah, but they won, and then that's the bottom line. Look, man, in November, and it's funny. I was having a conversation with ESPN the other day about bowl stuff and all this, and one of the things we said, I promise you, there's going to be this stuff that happens that we don't see happen, because every year something happens in these last 3 weeks that you're like, where the hell did that one come from? And I promise you, it will happen again.
The toughest test of the year is coming up. I'm heading out to Air Force. I got my mom in a good situation, so I think she's rallied enough. I got some coverage. I'm going to head up to Air Force because I do not want to miss this game. My goal was to make every away game this year, and it just hasn't happened. But Air Force is a big one. Take all your winter clothes. It's probably going to snow. It's probably going to be cold. It's a 5 o'clock kickoff. Get in your car and go up there and take over Falcon Field. I think it would be an amazing scene. And Lobos love to travel to Colorado. You've seen the Colorado State game in basketball the last few years, the Air Force game the last few years. So we're going to be there for Coach Eck. And one more funny story. I'm in the stands. I'm walking to the bathroom, and guess who's standing there on the concourse kind of pacing like an expectant father? Coach Eck's dad. Yeah, right. and you can't get the coach out of those guys. Nope. You know what I mean?
Yep. And he looks just like
him up for a second. And I realized he was so into the game that I better leave him alone. But it was marvelous to see him there. Kimberly Eck's dad was there, and I told him we ordered up this weather just for you, and he just smiled. He goes, "Yeah, this isn't Wisconsin."
Promise.
No, it's not.
Yeah. All right, man.
Take care, guys.
See you. All right, 505-246-0610. Hey, let me give you this as well. Because Coach Eck talked about it a little bit. This is nice to send them out of the league with that. So New Mexico, Hawaii, and UNLV, all teams that are staying in the Mountain West, all teams who are currently in that mix, in that second place mix in conference play. They are 7-3 versus the departing 5 Mountain West teams. I saw a post today. They blew up the Mountain West Conference for the Pac-12 to join 2-9 Oregon State, 5-5 Washington State, and 4-6 Texas State. And they're leaving, because they're way better than New Mexico, Hawaii, and UNLV. I know how you feel about that. Yeah, good thing they blew up that league, though. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Zone.
This message is brought to you by the Albuquerque Convention Center.
At the Albuquerque Convention Center, you'll find 30 meeting rooms, 3 ballrooms.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho.
I love the stat, though. I know Mountain West fans, the stat, the Hawaii, UNLV, New Mexico record against the teams who are departing. Yep, good thing you blew it up, though, because you're way better off now. You got rid of that mess. Hey, I'm basketball, real quick. I wanted, New Mexico and New Mexico State played over the weekend, and the Aggies beat the Lobos down in Las Cruces 76-68. Elsewhere around the Mountain West over the weekend, there was some interesting stuff. And don't write off UNLV yet. Did you see what they did at Memphis yesterday? 92-78. Now, Memphis is 1-2. And Memphis may not be what, but they lost to Ole Miss.
But you go on the road
and
after a awful start for
Yeah.
UNLV. That's a nice feather in your cap.
That's a big. And the way beating them like that, beating them by 14 points on the road, that's a big win for them. Colorado State beat Loyola Chicago yesterday. And then over on Saturday, that Santa Clara team that's going to come in here on early next month, they're pretty good. They beat Nevada and Steve Alford 98-83. That was in Santa Clara. Boise State struggled but beat Montana State 62-58 up in Boise. Grand Canyon went on the road to St. Louis and lost 78-64. The Lopes are 2-2. Fresno State got a win over the WAC. Are they WAC still, Utah Valley? They go in the Big West, right?
They're still in the WAC.
Yeah. And Utah State pounded future Mountain West member UTEP 75-51. So just some interesting stuff. But that Santa Clara team, tell you what, that's a 4-0 team that probably should start getting some thoughts about being ranked. They pounded Xavier. And I was watching Richard Pitino's team on, was it Friday night? They played Iowa. Richard looks miserable. Iowa just handled them. He'll be all right, I think, in the long run. And I'm glad he's making money. I'm glad he's in the Big East. I'm glad he's close to family and all those things. But holy smoke. Looks like a different dude right now. Winning and losing will dictate your mood when you're a coach. Promise.
Yeah, no question about it. In the moment, it's not.
Mike says, so let me get this straight, Jeff and Lou. According to the Rudy C logic, we're supposed to go to the games, see Lobo football play all these crummy teams that are leaving the Mountain West. Boy, that makes me want to run to the ticket window. Glad he isn't a salesman. Mike, do what you want to do. You know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to go see, if you're a fan. If you're a fan. If you're not, don't. Like, cool, but let everybody else. You're supposed to go see your team. Like, you're supposed to go, like, if you're a fan, and again, I don't know if you are or you're not, and I'm going to guess, with all the excuses that everybody puts out there, not. No, the answer is you're supposed to go see your team. And your team is 5-0 at home. Your team is in the middle of a run for a conference championship. Your team is 7-3 overall. No. You're not supposed to go see all these, quote, crummy teams that are leaving. No.
That's the way it was when Lobo football wasn't winning, is you had to sell the opponent. And so there's a lot of people that are just used to that. We're going, oh, which good team are you playing that I should be interested in? You're the good team. I think Grady said it best last week. You're a sports fan. Your team is the sizzle. Are you a fan? Yes or no?
And it's okay if you're not.
It's the same. It's like you turn on the Cowboys playing the Raiders, you can be like, I ain't going to watch this. They're just playing the Raiders. No, you're a Cowboy fan. You're going to watch the game.
Yeah.
But for some reason in Lobo football, there's that disconnect. There's just so many people that is you can't realize, hey, we need to invest in UNM because they're that team as opposed to caring about who they're playing.
It's been like that for Lobo basketball for all these years, right? You went out to watch your team. Did you care if they were playing East Texas A&M or Alabama State or Utah State, you went out, right? You had tickets, you went to the game. And I get it. Local football fans not used to your team being the sizzle. But that's what it is. And at this point, your team is I don't care who they're playing, they're worth going out and watching. JD, let's go. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, JD.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
So I had a great day on Saturday. Got up early and went over to Louis Lane, watched the team walk in, went to the game, and it was just a beautiful experience. I sent some pictures to people, and they said, "How did you alter this color of the sky?" And I said, "No, that's how blue the sky is here today." Right? I actually got sunburned at the game. I did have a hat, but, man, it was a beautiful day. I thought it was a great game. I mean, it wasn't that pretty to watch sometimes, but Brawley was everywhere. He only got credited with 1.5 tackles for losses, but it seemed like he had more than that. And the roar of that stadium, when he got that ball and he was taken off the other way, man, that was just something else. That was awesome. Overall, it was a great experience, right? I saw Logo out there greeting people, being engaged with the fans before the game. Just a great experience. And then you go and listen to Logo men on Saturday night, and disappointing loss, but my gosh, I think a lot of things on this team, I don't think they've really found where they are offensively yet. And I think they've got a lot of great individual pieces, but I just don't think that it's gelling yet. And it'll take time. And then it was interesting that you talked about Patino, because I've been listening to Xavier's games, and the announcers had to apologize the other night because of the foul language he was using when people were coming off the court. He was telling them just to shoot the bleeping ball.
Who's
right?
this?
He looks pretty unhappy.
Who? Oh, Richard?
And yeah. And then I don't know if you watched UCLA in Arizona.
Did not.
But, man, UCLA had him beat, gave it up in the final minutes. And I thought Donovan just looks really unhappy. And it's the same typical thing with him. If it's not going well, he was like 4 for 14 from the field. His body language. And at one point he came off, and Cronin had to undress him. And you could just see he just seemed unhappy, right? So it's an interesting juxtaposition that those guys went away, and now they seem unhappy. I think in the end they'll be okay.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Right?
Winning makes you happy. Yeah, winning makes people happy. Look at Lobo football.
And San Diego State, that football team is nasty.
Defensively, they're good.
They're really tough. I mean, they're just like tough. And Sean Lewis needs to lay off the caffeine. They tried to talk to him at halftime, and he was so intense, man. It was like, no wonder your team plays like that, because that's how you are. But I think we're going to beat Air Force, and I think we get 30,000 plus on that game against San Diego State. And then we'll just have to see whose defense is going to be more dominant, right?
All right, man.
So thanks, guys.
It's good to
Appreciate
hear you.
it.
Sean Lewis, there's an example of winning and losing dictates your mood. A year ago, San Diego State fan wanted him out. Now they're like, extend him so we can keep him. Right? No, I mean, it's 100% the truth. Right? A year ago, he's not the guy. He can't coach. Oh, J.D. Wicker made a horrible hire. Now they're winning. It's like, hey, man, we better extend him so we can keep him. Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Keep them coming. We can get into NFL stuff as well. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Have you seen my chair? You should sit in it, man. It not only is it beautiful, it's super, super comfortable. Mustang Home Goods is where it comes from. Mike Waring is my guy over there. He surprised me with this chair. You need to book a consultation with Mike. Go to our Facebook page, the OD and the AM. Take a look at it. It's got the Isleta New Mexico Bowl logo on 3 sides. You don't have to have a logo on it. I mean, he did that for me, although he can do it for you. And when you see it, think about what could you have on there that would make it really cool for you. But Mike makes beautiful custom furniture for people of all shapes and all sizes. It's for the office, for the living room, for the bedroom, for the patio, for the kitchen. It is not just furniture. It is usable art. Go to MustangHomeGoods.com. Bounce around the website and look at the beautiful things that Mike creates. He's a retired Navy officer and pours his heart into creating custom furniture for people of all shapes and all sizes. He'll make a piece fit you. And it's not just furniture. This is usable art. It is gorgeous, unique, comfortable, wonderful furniture. Think about that person on your gift list who is impossible to buy for, who has everything. Looking for the unique gift? This is it. But you got to get in now. This isn't something you just order and it shows up overnight on your doorstep. Mike needs time to create it. Go to MustangHomeGoods.com. Bounce around the website, book a consultation with Mike. It's MustangHomeGoods.com. Give him a call, 505-418-8070. 505-418-8070. Mustang Home Goods. Tell your story in your home.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network.
60610 Hoser, thanks for holding. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, Josue.
Good day, guys. Hey, got out to that game on Saturday. Man, just enjoyed it. Enjoyed the walk from the parking lot in Bernalillo, walking all the way in. And,
wait,
man,
what?
That was just
from the parking lot.
What's that?
You parked in Bernalillo?
Yeah, I don't have any badges anymore that are still legal, so I'm back to parking in Bernalillo again. So.
Yeah, you poor guy.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, I get to pass by your office, and
I wasn't there.
And I pointed out to my friend, I was like, "Hey, that's where Jeff works." I was like, "Oh, really? Oh, that's cool." And so it's beautiful through there, man. All those trees and the green of the grass. It's just a beautiful walk, and plus it's good for the health. I like that the fans didn't bail. When things were going. I never noticed like people heading for the exit, so that was good to see. I was like, "Hey, all right, Lobo fans are staying with it. They know what football is about, so I like it." The other thing that I noticed was that football games will provide a good opportunity to practice your Friday ho. They do that third down. It's third down. Well, right in there, that's where everybody starts hoeing. So maybe they should rename that. Maybe it should be third down, ho, because everybody starts yelling and you get the crowd going. So, boy, I think lots of pluses for this, and looking forward to San Diego State in a couple of weeks.
Beautiful. All right, man. Glad you got your steps in and you hoed. See you.
Yeah, practicing it.
Yeah. All right, do I got time for Mike? All right, Mike, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Mike.
Hey, I'll finish up strong, hopefully. Hey, so question for maybe tomorrow, but who gets the first-year passes in basketball, in our programs? I mean, if you'd have said, what would you be happy with this year? And I think most fans, especially football fans, would have said 50% would be stoked.
Yep.
Basketball, same thing. What do you think, what kind of pass do you get? And then the second thing is, does Eck now qualify for a bonus since he has a winning season?
I'd have to check. I'm sure he's got bonuses for making a bowl game, for being coach of the year, for being league champ. I'd have to look at his contract. I know there's incentives for attendance numbers, for conference championship, for coach of the year. I'd have to go through his contract and see where the incentives are, but I'm going to tell you whatever he's got in there, good for him for building and for achieving. You know what I'm saying? All right, then. Thanks, Mike. Am I wrong?
No, I'm sure that he's hit few incentives this season.
Good. Pay the man. I mean, if you put him in there and he hit the incentives, that means, those are all positives, whether it's attendance, whether it's win-loss record, whether it's getting to a bowl game, which he's hit that one. Conference championship, I think him or Timmy Chang are coach of the year, right? Or Sean Lewis, maybe. I mean, look, Sean Lewis at San Diego State, they were picked, 5th or 6th, weren't they?
Yes. And again, let your eyes tell you the story.
Yeah. All right, keep them coming. We'll get into more. All of it's on the table for you. Lobo hoops, basketball. By the way, don't give up on Lobo basketball after one loss to the Aggies. This could be an interesting week. And it's November, boys and girls. It's November. It's early. It counts. I'm not telling you it doesn't count. But you're not going to win every game. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's.
The Rams beat the Seattle Seahawks. Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions. And big, gigantic win for the Rams. We'll get into winners and losers, and we'll do all that stuff. But, JJ, I'm watching people rip Sam Darnold. It's like you cannot lose a game. It's Lobo fan on Eric Olin. Oh, my goodness, we lost the Aggies, and it's the wrong coach, and he's D2. And like, somehow you were going to go undefeated. And I don't know, maybe it was the same, and now that I kind of go back and try to recollect to my best, it was the same when Richard Pitino lost to the Aggies last year. Oh, he can't beat the Aggies, and he's not that damn good. And you can't lose a game. And now, your quarterback got beat by a really good Rams team. And by the way, almost brought him back, and they missed a field goal at the end that would have won it. It was 61 yards. I'm not giving up on Sam Darnold, dude. I watched the guy play really well this year. You can't have a bad game anymore.
But when is he going to have a good game against a good team?
Okay.
Like, Sam Darnold is good. The Seahawks defense is good. I think the Rams are the best defense in the NFC, right there with the Eagles, because they put on a clinic last night. But we're not judging these guys anymore about just find a way to win. Like, Sam Darnold had won 14 games last year for the Vikings and got beat 27-9.
All right, is Tampa Bay a good team?
I think they're an average team right now.
I mean, you got to play who's on your schedule. And at
but
that
you
point,
also got to win the big game.
No, I get it. At that point, they were 4-1. Tampa Bay was. He threw 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 341 yards in that game. That doesn't count? Just ask.
It counts. But this was a game which could decide the division, and he threw 4 interceptions.
Yeah, he did. He didn't have a good game. The Rams.
And he didn't have a good game against the Lions with the division on the line last year. And he didn't have a good game in the playoffs against the Rams last year.
See, I'm on the thought process that I think, and let's watch this thing play out. I think Seattle made a great move when they decided, you know what, we're done with Geno, we're going to go get Sam Darnold.
I will take Sam Darnold over Geno Smith, but we're judging him now as a quarterback versus those different expectations.
Yeah, I mean, 4 days ago where he was in the MVP conversation, right? Then he loses the game, he threw 4 interceptions, and so we're done with him. I'm not.
I'm not done with him, but it's no longer just, Sam Darnold's a fun story. The dude won 14 games last year.
That's correct.
And he fell on his face in the 2 biggest games.
Yeah.
And then you got, you're on the road against a really good defense, but if we want to talk about you in that category, you got to perform in one of these games.
All right, so you done with him? I mean,
no, that's not what I'm saying.
No, but what I'm asking you is if you're Seattle.
You still trust him, of course. But, I'm waiting to see, all right, the Sam Darnold that we're like, this is awesome. Okay, yeah, it's awesome. You're back. You're a dude. You have to make plays in one of these big games. Now, that's the level we're judging you at.
Are you in the quarterback market if you're Seattle?
No.
Okay. Then you got to believe that he's your guy.
Yeah, I believe he's their guy, but in the 3 biggest games he's played in the last 2 years, he's been awful.
They're going to wrap. Well, they're not going to wrap it up. They get the Rams again. The 18th. They get them up there. It'll be a gigantic game. Prime Video. What does that mean? Is that the Thursday night game?
Yeah, probably an Amazon.
Yeah,
Prime Video, obviously. Thursday. Like the Seattle's defense was great because the Rams didn't do anything either. But you look at it and you say, all right, what was the tipping point? Dude, turn it over 4 times.
Well, of course that's the tipping point.
And that's just a frustrating with Sam Darnold because you see it. He's good. He's been throwing dimes all year long. But again, now he's in that conversation, right? It's the kind of way we're talking about the Broncos. It's a good start. Now what do you do? And they got the opportunity, and they made a big statement against Kansas City. And just for Sam Darnold, we know he can win games, but we're waiting for his statement in a big game.
Rams only had 249 yards of offense. Matthew Stafford threw for just $130 and 2 touchdowns. Kyron Williams ran for 91. It would have been nice if he got 9 more. Puka Nacua had another big game, 7 catches for 75 yards. The Rams got stopped on their first drive on downs at the 1-yard line. Seattle's defense is nice. Seattle is still right there. That was a big win for the Rams. I've got them as, I don't want to spoil this, they'll be my biggest winner over the Broncos because it was more vital in regards to the division. That's both of them were gigantic, but that's where we'll go with that. All right, 505-246-0610. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Edward.
That was a nice description of the weekend. Jeff, I'm with JJ. Sam Darnold lost that game. He threw 3 or 4 passes off his back foot into double or triple coverage. And as a tenured quarterback, and I like Darnold, and I thought he had a magnificent year last year, and he's doing well this year, you can't make those throws. Those are sophomoric throws, and he cost them that game. And you, like you said, are you afforded to have a bad game? Maybe not. Look what Josh Allen did last week against Miami, and then he goes for 6 touchdowns yesterday. I think he lost the MVP last week against Miami. But yes, it's my perspective that Sam Darnold lost that game. Last year in 2 big games against the Lions, he played horrifically, and he had an opportunity yesterday, and he didn't deliver. So I agree with JJ on this point that you need to step up in those big games. Speaking of stepping up in big games, I give Denver's quarterback huge props for that big throw. If these teams want to rely on, hey, let's rely on our defense and let's go conservative, the way you win big games is you put it on the table and you make big plays to win the game, and that's what they did. By the way, the NFL, and we've talked about this, guys, they can't move and change the pass interference rule quick enough. It was 3rd and 17. Denver had complete momentum, and Mahomes, with his greatness, scrambles around, throws it deep, just launches it deep, probably 5 to 7 yards short of the receiver. The defender runs into the receiver, and it completely shifted momentum and could have decided that game. It's too punitive against the defense, the pass interference rule, when guys just throw it deep and hope for the best, right? So that's my contention. Quickly on the Lobos, I'm so proud of this. I'm not even a Lobo fan, and I'm proud of this organization. I always tell people, Jeff and JJ, when they're complaining about their life in general, about their finances or whatever, I always ask them, hey, think about the house you grew up in and how you lived and how you live now. Now, let me apply that to the Lobo program. Think about we were under Danny Gonzalez, who's a fine gentleman and he, a noble guy. Think about where we were with that guy that came from Notre Dame, where there was nobody in the stands. The team regressed every year during the season. And look where they are now with 27 to 28,000 people in the stands with a chance to win the conference. I just want that to settle with Lobo fans because I think it's really an incredible thing that's transpiring here. And if it lasts 2 years or 1 year or 3.5 years, however long it lasts, we're in a much better state than we were, in the previous decade or so. So I'm very proud of what has happened. But JJ, I'm going to continue this comparison to the Patriots and the Broncos. I trust the Denver Broncos defense more. I trust Drake May a little more. But one of those teams is going to get the number 1 seed, and the other one's going to get the number 2 seed. So I think the playoffs are going to be amazing. Thanks for taking my call. Have a delightful day.
All right, 505-246-0610. Look, you're right. Darnold's got to win big games. And he does. They won 14 games last year. They were the I guess they were fighting for the number 1 seed. And then they dropped to the number 5 seed. They lost the road playoff game.
I agree with that.
They lost by 2 points. He got him down the field, with a shot for a field goal to win a game. If the kicker makes that 61-yard field goal, and look, a 61-yard field, we have a different conversation today if they win that game? We're
not about Sam Darnold.
Okay. You would have driven him down, got him in the field goal position. They would have won.
There was a pass interference, and then
look,
they had an opportunity thanks to defense. It's football. It's complimentary. You need to step up, but that would be still 3 games in which you didn't win the game because of Sam Darnold.
All right. So where do you then, if you don't believe in Darnold, and I understand if you don't, where do you put Seattle on your confidence list in the NFC? You've got the Eagles, the Rams, the Bucks, the Packers, the Niners, the Bears, the Lions, who have now fallen out of a playoff spot, which is just mind-boggling to me. The Lions and the Chiefs are right now out of the playoffs. Well, we'll get there in the next segment when we do biggest winners and losers. In your confidence.
4.
Behind the Eagles, the Rams, and who else?
The Lions.
Who aren't even in the playoffs. Okay. Fair. I think that's fair. I might put them behind Tampa Bay as well.
It's been a rough. Tampa Bay's got to figure out
They
the
gotta get
defense.
healthy.
The defense has been awful last 2 weeks.
Yeah, the defense has been bad. I mean,
And
Josh Allen abused them.
that's not the unit that we're looking like. Oh, they don't have Bucky Irving or Chris Godwin. It's like it was supposed to be a stout run game, make some plays, turn them over, and New England had their way with them.
And then Josh Allen.
And then that was just a supernova game from Josh Allen.
It was 44 points. All right, when we get back, I got the biggest winners and losers of the weekend in the NFL. At least, my opinion. Kind of curious where you are as well. JJ will hold me accountable on that. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Kevin Harlan here from Monday.
Favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action.
Yeah, I thought there were a lot of winners, and it was a hard one for me to pare down. I got honorable mention was Philadelphia, as they cement themselves atop the NFC right now. Or not cement, but at least on the NFC West they cemented, or NFC East. And a big win over the Lions in what was a really, really big game. And I'm going to give some love to Carolina for their victory. I thought that was a gigantic victory for them as they move into playoff contention and one game out or a half game out in the NFC South. So this is my honorable mention. Number 3 biggest winner of the weekend is Jacksonville, because they laid it on the Chargers, and laid it on the Chargers in a way where whether you were believing in Jacksonville or not, you would at least have to take notice now. And at 6-4, Jacksonville is in a position, well, they're in a playoff spot right now. They are a full game better than Houston. They are a full game better than Kansas City. And they laid it on the Chargers in a way that I didn't think they could lay it on the Chargers. They shut down that offense. A huge win for Jacksonville, 34-6. Number 2, and JJ, I'm splitting hairs on 1 and 2 because they're both really big, and I'm going to tell you why I separated them. Number 2 is Denver. And you're going to say, how can they not be number 1? They just beat the Chiefs. They beat them at home. It's a big bad bully. And the reason is because they already had a big lead in their division. They're 8-2. Now the Chiefs are 5-5. The separation was already there. But the fact that they were able to beat the Chiefs, knock the Chiefs down out of a playoff spot for now, the big bad bully to win their 8th in a row, to do it in a defensive struggle, it's a huge win. But the number 1 winner of the weekend to me is the Rams, because that was a tie at the top of the division. It was a division game. It was the 2 best teams in that division. They win 21-19. It was a super close game. It was the 2 heavyweights in that division. And the reason I gave them the edge is because it was more important in the division race. It is the tiebreaker and where that thing is going. So to me, the Rams' victory over Seattle was the biggest win of the weekend, then Denver, and then Jackson.
I'm with you. I would have Denver and Seattle, Denver and the Rams, kind of 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Like I do. And you know who I would have right there with Jacksonville? Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because
Aaron Rodgers got hurt.
Everyone is just assuming, hey, the Ravens are coming.
Yeah.
The Ravens are going to win that division, and they found a way to win. And this was a Cincinnati team that got comfortable a few weeks ago against that defense, and that wasn't the case. The Steelers defense played nicely. Joe Flacco did not hit explosive plays. Jamar Chase was taken out of that game, might miss the next game because of another Spitgate situation against Jalen Ramsey. A big win for the Steelers, and I would have them right there with the Jaguars just because what it does. Now Jacksonville has tiebreakers over the Chargers and Chiefs as they try to stay in that wild card hunt.
I think that's fair. I'm not mad at that. All right. Want my losers? Biggest losers? I don't know. The honorable mention. I can't have them on there every week. They're 3-7, but Atlanta. I mean, they're honorable mention because I guess I'm basically done with them.
You have to be at this point.
But
Penix is hurt. Drake London can miss time. Tip of the cap to the Panthers, man.
All right, number 3, Chargers. I mean, you're supposed to be better than that. You went out there and laid that egg. Now, it doesn't kill you in the standings. Oh, I mean, it drops you 2 full games now behind the Broncos. But after that, what was it, 4-0 start? It was 3-0, 4-0, where they beat everybody in their division. And it was like, damn, they've already won the division. It was 3 weeks in. Oh, they beat everyone in the division, and they've already won this division. No, they haven't. Because the Broncos have won 8 in a row, and they went across the country and just soiled themselves. They're number 3. Number 2 is Detroit. That was a big loss. This was a statement game against one of the big bullies, and they shut you down. And don't look now, but Detroit, as we sit here today, is not a playoff team. They are out of the playoffs at 6-4, sitting in the 8th spot, behind San Francisco and Green Bay and Seattle for the wild card. That was a gigantic loss, and at some point, they're going to have to start beating teams. I'm with you as far as believing that the Lions are one of the best teams in the NFL. Their offense, theoretically, is really, really good. But they got to beat teams that aren't a beat-up Ravens team and a bad Browns team and a bad Bengals team and a Buccaneers for a nice win and a bad Commanders team. When they play teams with good records, they're getting beat. And the loss of Sam Laporta looks to throw their offense off a little bit. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't do anything. And the number 1 loss is the Chiefs. To fall all the way down to the number 9 spot in the playoffs in a game that was that essential and that close, that one hurts. Now, I think they can come back. I still do. I still think the Chiefs are nice, and I'm not going to count the Chiefs out. But that, to me, Kansas City 1, Detroit 2, Chargers.
I'm right there with you on a lot of that, and I think the Lions. I want to trust them. I've said I trust them, but at some point they're going to have to do something on the road. And if you look at a team like Seattle, if they go up against Detroit, and you have the question of Sam Darnold, you know what? I trust that Seahawks defense, and it wasn't anything with Detroit's defense. They were good yesterday, and I think the way Dan Campbell called that game on Sunday Night Football is he realized that they had to go YOLO on offense to somehow, some way win that game. And it's just why he was even more aggressive than usual.
Yeah, and you take a big cog out of it. Look at Green Bay. What their offense has been, they're struggling a bit without Tucker Kraft, right? Sam Laporta wasn't there, and it felt like there was a big piece. And you think you can just plug and play a tight end, and obviously not.
No, not when they're an important part of the blocking scheme and what you do. And Laporta is really gotten into his groove and gotten back to that consistent offensive player, one of the best two-way tight ends in terms of an inline blocker and a pass catcher. And they're going to have to adjust. Dan Campbell is a play caller now, and we'll see how he uses the offense. He's obviously focused on getting Jameson Williams involved in it, but now they got to find some consistency, able to protect Jared Goff more. But I think the Rams and Eagles with the Broncos, those are the best fronts in football, and that was evident last night.
Yeah. All right, so I got 3 biggest winners: Rams, Denver, Jacksonville. 3 biggest losers of the weekend: Kansas City, Detroit, and the Chargers. 505-246-0610. You can get in on any of that. I got a Jason email, as you might expect, after an Aggie victory over the Lobos. In basketball, I got a bunch still to read for you. I got a tribute to a New Mexico sports legend who passed away on Friday as well. A dear, dear friend, just a legend in this state that I certainly want to acknowledge his passing as well. 505-246-0610. You have some friends, neighbors, relatives who've got a great yard, a beautiful yard. It's immaculate. You got a little yard envy, whether it's pavers or putting green or water feature, or maybe xeriscape. You want that for your landscape? You can have it. But you're thinking, well, it's fall now. I'm going to wait till spring. Don't do that. Bad decision. I'm going to tell you why it's a bad decision. Because everybody thinks the same thing. What that means for you is you get on a list, and by the time the project's done next year, half of next summer is over. Call LaBarge Landscape today. Get it done now so when spring arrives, you will not have to wait. You know what you want? LaBarge is going to make it happen for you. If you don't know what you want, but you know you want something, have them send out their design team. They'll look at the space you've got, and they're going to create some sketches, and you're going to get the landscape of your dream. They've been doing this for 32 years in this market, making gorgeous landscapes all around the Albuquerque area. You're going to get years of enjoyment from a landscape transformation. You will love this. And remember, the people who enjoy a new landscape in the spring, those are the people who call LaBarge Landscape now. And if you just want a cleanup, like a fall cleanup, the leaves are down, you want them to help you with that, or pruning of the shrubs, LaBarge Landscape can do that as well. I am so stoked that they came out and took care of my yard, front and back. I needed cleanups, man. It got away from me. It's not my thing. I needed it. My place looks 100% different, and I love being in the backyard. Go to their website. It's labargelandscape.net. L-A-B-A-R-G-E, labargelandscape.net. Bounce around their gallery, see what they've done, and then call for an appointment at 505-345-3000. Area code 505-345-3000. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It is LaBarge Landscape.
NFL coverage all season long at 95.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on.
They'll see it if it happened.
Chase said, I ain't ever opened my mouth to that guy. I didn't spit on nobody. End quote. Have we seen anything yet? Have you seen any video? Got 100 cameras out there.
He spit on him. 100%.
He did?
Yeah.
So you've seen the video?
Yeah.
All right, well, I haven't seen that yet. Dude, what are we doing? So
Yo,
Jamar
it's
Chase,
100%, yeah.
Jamar Chase spit on Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
like talking spittle or
No,
or,
like spit on his shit. Yeah, that's clear as day. It's like the first video on the front page of ESPN NFL.
I'm watching it now. I see them face to face. Oh, I didn't see the spit, man. I just saw it pop to the face. You see it? Like you can see spittle come through? Oh, I saw it. All right, he spit on him.
Yeah. That's
right on his
I'm
chest.
with Jalen
What are we
Ramsey,
doing,
man?
man?
Like, you want to get at it, you're going at it, you're going to get physical with dudes, you're going to talk your bleep. But that is one thing I'm just like, what? That I'm throwing, like.
Yes. Yes.
That would get me to react that.
Yes. How do you play tough guy and you're going to stand there and you're going to spit on someone? Who's the
Of
other
all
one?
the things that could happen, that's like the one thing. It's like, all right, we're going.
Who else spit on somebody earlier this year?
It was Jalen Carter.
Yeah, first game. Yeah. That was that Monday night
And
game.
they used that as his suspension. So Jamar Chase is not playing next game if fake.
That ups my T. Higgins value, doesn't it?
It should.
How do you? I mean, come on, man. You're a tough guy. You're out there. You're talking, and you're gonna spit on a dude. You want to go. You're gonna spit at someone. All right. I mean, how much respect you lose for Jamar Chase?
That's a lot, man. That's
yes.
Lose a lot. Anyone that does that.
Yeah. All right. Aaron Rodgers may have a broken left wrist. He came out. Mason Rudolph. That's a big deal for a team that's leading that division. They won 34-12. They beat a bad Bengals team. Undergoing further testing today. Initially was declared to have hand surgery, but Tomlin said after that it was his wrist. So Mason Rudolph was your guy. Kind of a big deal. Look, I think Rodgers having a quiet, pretty okay season. I know that doesn't say that's not the glaring, right? But
He's not losing them games.
Well, I mean, what did you expect? Right? You weren't getting MVP Rodgers. But, again, you're the one who put them potentially in your biggest winners of the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They're 6-4 for crying out loud. They're holding on to a division. They're still winning. When everybody said they were going to fall apart, here come the Ravens, who won again yesterday.
I would say this is what I would expect from an Aaron Rodgers offense for where he's at in his career.
That's exactly
It's a
right.
lot of underneath stuff, heavy personnel, trying to run the football. And that's what we've seen. And guess what? The dude they can't quit. The dude you can't get rid of. He just comes in and will find a way to save your season and will find a way to just piss off every single Steelers fan because this team just keeps winning and they can't get rid of Mike Tomlin.
Because he's going to go 10-8.
It's Rudolph
or
season.
10-7 and make the playoffs. Yeah. Michael Penix. Potentially season-ending injury. And the Falcons lost to the Panthers. Knee injury. They lost. He was sidelined. Second knee injury he's dealt with this season. We had a bone bruise. Who's their back? Oh, it's Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. So that's a big blow there. Although they're 3-7. I mean, for crying out loud, it's a big blow when you get hurt. But they're brutal. And then you got to see some Shador yesterday. Shador Sanders. And the place went bonkers because Dylan Gabriel had a concussion. I don't think Browns fan knew why Shador was in. They just were glad he was in. I think they thought Dylan Gabriel got benched as opposed to got concussed. 4 of 16, 47 yards, an interception, 2 sacks, 3 rushes for 16 yards. Cleveland led by 6 at the half. They lost 23-16. Quote from Shador on his play, "I don't think I played good. I don't think I played good at all. I think there's a lot of things we need to look at during the week and go and just get comfortable with even throwing routes with Jerry Jeudy and throwing routes with all those guys. I think that was my first ball to him all year. But other than that, I just think overall we got to just go to next week and understand so that we'll have a week to prepare." Is he the starter next week?
If Dylan Gabriel isn't cleared.
I mean, okay. Gabriel started 5 games. Started that half. He was 7 of 10 for 68 yards. I mean, all right. So if Dylan Gabriel's okay, who's your starter? It's Dylan Gabriel?
Kevin Stefanski said it's Dylan Gabriel.
All right.
Yeah, he hates Shador Sanders. Like
I think he hates the whole situation.
Yeah, the situation isn't great.
Yeah.
But he hasn't even talked about, we're looking get Shador a couple reps here or there. It's just been nothing first team for Shador. All Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel's not a franchise quarterback. Shador Sanders, who knows? I think at some point you had to give Shador Sanders a couple games and first team reps just to see, hey, are either of these guys worthy backups for our franchise moving forward?
You got 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders. Okay. How many and which ones, if any, will be on the roster next year for the Cleveland Browns?
2.
Which 2?
Watson and Gabriel.
So Shador will be gone. Watson's there because he's got guaranteed zillions, right? Gabriel will be there because he had a 3rd-round pick and you think he can get better. All right, will either one of them be the starting quarterback for them next year?
Not start the season.
Wow, so that's total wild card. Who will it be? Are they going to draft a quarterback?
Deshaun Watson will be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Deshaun Watson will.
Yeah.
Is it the last year of his mess? Does that thing just go on forever?
Just an infinite contract.
No, honestly. Does that just go on forever? All right, 505-246-06. Should I pick up Portnoy's call? Hey, hold on, you guys. I Robert Portnoy's call. All right, we'll wrap you up when we get back. 505-246-0610. Hey, if you've been the victim of property crime or at home business, And if you haven't, you know someone who has. You know it takes too long for the cops to get there. And only because there's just not enough of them. They can't cover all the calls they get for service. But when it's you, when it's your home, when it's your business, you require a quicker response. So how about 7 minutes or less? That's the typical response time for customers of International Protective Service, IPS. IPS has officers strategically placed all around Albuquerque and in Santa Fe. They react quickly. Often they catch criminals in the act. They detain them, and the police come and get them. IPS will also offer you standing guards if you would like eyes on your property around the clock. They install alarms and camera systems and have a state-of-the-art facility monitoring those cameras 24/7. It all raises the level of security around your home and around your business. So, who's watching your home when you're away on summer vacation? Don't let it be the bad guys. Make sure it's the good guys, because a quick response to your alarm or standing guards at your business is what IPS does, and you'll sleep better at night. Who's watching your home when you're gone? Make sure it's the good guys. 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn.
Talk about the big Lobo football victory, 20-17 over Colorado State on Saturday past. Lobos are 7-3. They're 5-0 at home. They're 4-2 in league. 2 games left on the regular season schedule. New Mexico's still in contention for a conference championship. They'll be at Air Force on Saturday. Open up as a 2.5-point favorite on the road against the Falcons. Lobo men's basketball on the road. The Aggies beat them 76-68. Lobo women beat New Mexico State 77-45. And New Mexico United's season is over. They lost to Tulsa in the Western Conference Final 3-0 on Saturday in Oklahoma. All right, I gotta find my. Where the hell did it go, man? That's what my emails are all jacked up. But I did have. Here we go. I got a Jason email, and after an Aggie win, you figure you're gonna get a Jason email, right? They come into Jeff at sportsanimalady.com. It says Rio Grande rivalry part D. Good morning, OD. I had to jump out of the plane, pull the ripcord, and drop in after this latest edition of the Rio Grande rivalry. For those keeping track, since the format has gone to 1 game a year, the Aggies are now 2-0 over that newly minted football school to the north. I don't know what the season holds for both programs, but I do know a few things. The Aggies will make some noise in Conference USA. The Lobos will be okay in their conference. The question is, how good is that conference? And lastly, the 2 big freshmen on the court, Random SU, Equa, and UNM Bullion, will command some NIL dollars and be at Power 5 schools next year. I hate saying that, but it's the reality of college hoops. As for Aggie football, I have my end of the year synopsis simmering on the stove, but we'll wait until the end of till the season is done. The over/under was 3.5, so here we are, crimsonally, Jason. New Mexico State lost at Tennessee to fall to 3-7 on the year, so fall out of bowl eligibility. They've got 2 games left with Middle Tennessee and UTEP coming
They
up.
covered.
They did cover. Bad Street says biggest game of the weekend. Jeff, after 2 overtimes, the noses couldn't be separated, so it went to PKs where BYU beats your Mountain West Conference women's soccer champ, Utah State. Okay. Didn't know that was the biggest game of the weekend, but I guess it's really up to whatever you like, right? Omar's in. Couldn't disagree with JJ more. This is when you said, when I was saying you go to watch your team. You are the sizzle. And you said, you watch the Cowboys. You don't care if they're playing the Raiders, you watch the Cowboys, right?
I used a topical reference for Monday Night Football.
Right. He says, I'm watching the Dallas Cowboys because they have 3 games in 11 days to keep their state tournament hopes alive. Lose an America's team or not, you're going to see a lot of empty seats at Texas Stadium in December. That's why you're watching. Right, watch for whatever reason you want.
The ticket sales ratings will all be fine.
All right. Text line. Go back to Labor Day, and the current 3 MVP NFL candidates, or NFL MVP candidates, were nowhere to be found. Matthew Stafford wasn't even practicing. Drake May was, the Patriots quarterback. And Jonathan Taylor is running back of the Colts. Last 2 doesn't MVP come from possible champions. Sometimes, usually, often. Analogy is Myles Garrett, the Mike Trout of the NFL. Amazing play for a worthless franchise. It's a fair comparison. It's what Ohtani would have been if he stayed with the Angels.
So I had to go to the Dodgers.
Right? Who's the best player on a consistently bad team? It could be him.
Yeah. Myles Garrett is that dude for the NFL right now.
All right. I need to hit this. New Mexico, the sports world, our state, lost a legend on Friday. Sammy Chota passed away. Sammy C. from Gallup. And you've heard me talk about over the years what is one of the best sports bars ever in all of America. It was in Gallup, New Mexico, and Sammy shut it down a few years back, about a year and a half ago, because having problems coming out of COVID, getting help consistently, people to work. Sammy was a radio legend in Gallup, as good and giving as a human as there was. His son Giovanni played for Ray Birmingham baseball. His daughter Francesca was a cheerleader at UNM, and Sammy was just a staple in that part of our state. Anybody grew up in Gallup, you say Sammy C. Well, of course I know Sammy C. Just got back from Italy, got diagnosed literally on Thursday prior, and passed away a week later. He was a member of executive committee or executive board for the Isleta New Mexico Bowl, and a dude that, we listen to this stuff on our show all the time, and it's just negative. That was a dude that just found positive in everything. That positive, and he gave voice to Gallup athletics, whether it was Miyamura, Gallup Christian, all the schools out there that was so close to his heart, his community was so important. And I send deep in the memorabilia there was just fabulous. All right, tomorrow, Tony Sanchez to get us started. We got Monday Night Football tonight. Hey, you get the Cowboys tonight, boys and girls. Cowboys Raiders. You'll hear it on the Sports Animal. Dallas is a 3.5-point favorite. You like the boys tonight?
Cowboys.
You see what the over/under is? Which is good for me needing a few points out of Dak Prescott. 50.5. Oh, wow. Dude, we didn't get through this. How'd we do?
Dude, I am tanking.
So you have the Texans at Tennessee, laying 5.5. You lost. San Francisco, you laid 2.5. What was the final? You won that one. And Atlanta, you lost. So you went 1-2. You are now 19-14. I had the Lions plus 2.5, lost. I had the Bears plus 2. Did I lose on the hook on that one? What was the Bears score? Yeah. Did I lose by the half point?
Yep.
I took the over on the Bills game. Thanks, Josh Allen. I went 1-2. I'm 11-22, dude. It's hard. Thank you to Jason Eck, Global Football Coach. He was with us today. You can listen to it over on our website if you missed it or want to hear it again. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show follows that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas comes in at 4 o'clock, and then you get Monday Night Football. It will be the Cowboys and Gators. I don't know why you have to say it like that. Adrian, great work on TV. Looks great. He's JJ Buck. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Hey, be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We're back with more award-winning radio tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Across the state of